channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. I am proud mum to 2 adult children, Blossom who doesn't live with us anymore, Corey who does, and I've got 2 dogs, Chip and Dale. My channel is mainly a haul every Saturday. I do a little bit in between occasionally, depending on the week. So if you enjoy that sort of thing you enjoy today, don't forget to subscribe down below. Give me a like if you enjoy, a comment, share. It all helps to get the algorithm going and promote my channel, so that'd be greatly appreciated. This week I went to Asda and Iceland. We have a budget of £60 and I think we hit about 46, a little bit more than usual, but I did get a couple of bits that were a little bit more expensive. That are not like your normal every week type shopping thing, and there's a lot of things I actually didn't need, so I didn't get a lot of fresh stuff because I have the stuff in the fridge still, and there was a few bits that just weren't quite worth buying because they, you know, they didn't look that good, so they're not going to last long anyway. I usually shop on the Friday and record on the Saturday. Reason being is because I actually do have fibro, so it gets too much, even though I think I overdid it yesterday, so we're struggling a little bit today, but I'm just letting you know that so you'll understand why some of the items that I've got out on display have already been started. I did actually do the Iceland on Thursday because it just made it easier. Where I work, it's easier just to pick up bits on the way back, so I picked up some bits in Iceland, so that's actually 2 days old now but it's still my weekly shop. I don't pick up bits throughout the week normally. So you can also tell that the kids are not at school because the sweet aisle wasn't so stocked. The biscuit aisle had big gaps, crisp aisle had big gaps, so I don't think that our stocks are low because of any other reason than the kids are off, and totally get that. You're gonna buy things to keep them quiet for a little bit longer if you can. Totally get that. Yep, all been there, haven't we? So yeah, let's get on with the haul. So this is usually the fresh section. Like I said, I've got things in the fridge. I did want to get some spinach, but it was already starting to wilt on the packet, so it's not going to last long. I do have a little bit left anyway, so I might have to just pick that up later on in the week if I do need it. But I'm completely out of tomatoes. Absolutely love these ones. If you've been here before, you know this is a regular on my menu. I always have tomatoes because it just goes with everything. These are my favourite ones. These are the baby plum tomatoes. They're £1. You can get cheaper ones. They do the little round ones. I don't know if they have a name to them, but they're actually not so good, as in they're like very orangey. They're not, and orange and green, so they're not quite so ripe. But these ones, absolutely amazing. Love them. Got a big butter again. I have definitely taken my butter intake down, which is good, but we are now buying the 500 gram instead of the 250 because we're actually saving a few pennies doing it. So this is actually £2.94 for 500 grams, and the 250 grams is £1.55. So we're saving a few pence by doing it this way, and it's easy just to chop the thing in half and just take out half out of the fridge at a time. So yeah, we're saving money by getting the larger packet with that one. Again, I actually make my dogs, I do a big slow cooker meal for the dogs. It works out cheaper than dog food, plus it's better for them and they enjoy it more. So I've been buying this one every week at the moment. There's usually about 6 thigh portions in there. Actually last week there was 8, so I do take out 1 or 2 and I put it in another packet because then I'm going to have a little bit extra. You know, every few weeks I won't have to buy it, but then I'm just gonna get my stocks up basically. So £1.82 for 1.1 kilograms of chicken. That's really good. I always take the skin and debone it before I give it to the dogs. 4 pints of semi-skim milk. This is just standard. That's always there because that seems to be the amount that Corey and I are getting through at the moment. And this is another standard that's always there. Is instant coffee, 70p still. No price hikes on this one, thank God. I usually get through about a jar of that a week. It's just a very basic coffee. It's really, really good. As you know, I do like my pot noodles. I am restricting myself to just 1 a week. It's still 60p at the moment. The only time I would pick it up is when it's reduced. I never ever buy a pot noodle full price. We got beef and tomato this week. I had the sweet, I had the sweet and sour last week. Very, very good. Do enjoy a pot noodle. Another tin of tuna, 59p for this one. This is your cheap and cheerful one, but if you haven't tried it before, it is very good. No scales, no bones, nothing like that. I've never found a problem with any of my tins of cheap Asda's tuna. I got a tin of kidney beans again. That will go in the dog's food because they need the fibre from the beans. I am looking for dried beans, but every time I think of it, I'm always in Asda, and our Asda doesn't have any at the moment. I've looked all over. We just don't have it in my Asda, but it's just never think of it when I'm anywhere else. So I will get the dried beans at some point when I remember to look in a different shop. Cheap again, cling film. Can't remember the price of that because I don't buy it that often. You know, one of these lasts a long time. We're just getting a bit low and I didn't want to run out. So I know that I just literally told you that I do make dog food. One slow cooker does about 4 to 5 days. And then they have the dog food sachets are more for, there's usually like a little bit of a crossover where there may be a night or two where there isn't the slow cooker. It takes a while to get it done, and I've got to let it cool down because clearly the dogs can't have it hot and stuff. So sometimes there's a little bit of a crossover. So there'll be a day or two when this is just sitting there ready for that. We do have a little bit of a stock going. These are 60p per packet. But we have a beef one, turkey and chicken, and the chicken and lamb. They did need some more dog treats for the morning. My dogs don't really have loads and loads of dog treats. It's not something that I give them on a regular basis. But we did try it WAG for the first time. I think it's a couple of weeks ago I bought it. I bought the dog treats and I also bought the dog biscuits. So update on that one. It went down very well. The dogs absolutely love the biscuits and the treats, and one of my dogs would just eat anything inside, but the other one is quite fussy, but he's eating it as well. We haven't tried this one. There's a range of the dog treats, awful lot of flavours. I think I got the turkey and rice or chicken and rice last time. Picked up the barbecue bangers this week. They're little tiny soft treats and they're all £1 at the moment. They have a whole range of them. I got Corey steaks this week. It was just one of those conversations. We said, oh, I haven't had a steak for a while. Didn't ask for it, but I thought it's something you just sit in the freezer for when he does want it. Corey isn't huge on steak. It's not something he would have on a regular basis. This will actually do him 2 meals, and it's £4 for this packet. Got some sweets. I couldn't be selective. I actually would have got the fake Twix packet because I enjoy that a lot more. So we've just gone for the fake Mars bar because they didn't have the other one. This is 65p for the packet, and it's really good. If you've not tried it, these are really nice. They're, you know, knockoff version clearly, but you're saving a lot of money because size wise they're pretty comparable to the Mars bar brand. And we picked up some digestives this week. I just like these things to sit in the cupboard. I do go through sweet every night. Every night I have something sweet, so it's just nice to have it in there. 55p for the digestives, and Corey and I both agree that these are actually better than the McVitie's ones. So if you've not tried them, I would recommend those ones as well. Got some red onion and chive bagels. Absolutely love them. These are my absolute favourite. They're £1.60 normally. Another thing I never pay full price for because they regularly go on a deal for £1, or if they're in the reduced section I'll pick them up then, because they freeze really well. I'm the only one who eats them. Corey doesn't eat bagels. So I sit them in the freezer and then I just get one out when if I fancy it that day, I'll get it out when I get back from work, and then, you know, go and get changed and sort myself out and everything, and it's ready to go by the time I'm done. So yeah, highly recommend this one. Again, these are on a deal. All of the different flavours are on a deal. I actually haven't tried a lot of the other flavours, just don't appeal to me. I have tried a couple of them, but this one just stands out. It's really good. Dr. Pepper's, always get 2 of these now. It used to be I'd get 1 a week, but they've been on a deal for a long time and I've just stuck with it. It's just habit now, I guess. So they're actually £1.70 for one of them, or 2 for £3. And yes, I went with the lemonades again. They're still 10p. Have a massive stock of lemonades in the house now. But it's one of them things that, you know, that's the brand I would go for. I would go for the Asda's cheap one. They're usually 17p in my local store. I know somebody said that they're 24p in their one. Very strange how they mix and match their prices according to where you're selling them. It's not very good, is it? But I'm not complaining right now. I'm getting them for 10p, and this is a really good one. You know, you can get two types of lemonade. One's quite lemony, one's quite sugary. This is the lemony one, and I really enjoy it. But you do need to be careful with it because they do tend to overcarbonate a lot of the time. So you have to be careful when opening it. That's a little tip if you've not had it before. So yep, 10p for those. What else do we need? Needed some shampoo. This one was on a deal. This is the one that I use. It just works well for me, and it's actually £2 at the moment. I don't remember how much it is full price because honestly I don't get through an awful lot of shampoo. I don't know, I wash my hair like 3 times a week and it just lasts forever. I don't know what I do, but yeah, so I can't tell you the full price on that. I got this week. Now, I never buy things like this normally, but I actually had a little tiny sample one of these. I do those things, you know, through Facebook sites and stuff where you get freebies, and I'd sent off for one of the, I guess, a long time ago, and it's just been sitting, and I used it the past few hair washes and I've really enjoyed the results. So I thought I'd get one because there's not much of the other one left. This is actually a spray. I hadn't been using mine came in, it was a free sample like I said, and the spray ball didn't actually work, so I'd been just pouring it onto my hand, but I'm quite excited to use, hopefully the spray will work, but because I've paid for this, if the spray don't work I can take it back and get a spray that works. So this is £4 for that. It's quite expensive, it's a luxury item, I know, with prices and money the way they are, you know. Sometimes you just need to treat yourself. Like I said, I really did enjoy this. I'm getting a bit older, your hair starts to thin and it goes flat, and this really does work. So it was worth paying for me anyway. So yeah. Picked this one up. Actually, Scott's down this weekend and Scott picked this up. This isn't a me product. He actually, I think the thing that actually appealed to him first was he saw it was Brussels sprouts, so he absolutely hates Brussels sprouts. And I said to him, I'm sure that's not Brussels sprout flavour. So he took it out and we realised it's not. So it's actually a, what does it say? Our fabulous flurry of green candy floss, raspberry flavoured ice cream, swirls of raspberry sauce and Bruce shaped sprinkles. He's already tried it last night. Clearly it was good because he ate all of it. £1.80 this was normally, but it's actually the Christmas range, so it's reduced to 50p. Just be careful if you do go in there, if you're doing a scan and go or whatever and you're not paying attention to prices, because it come up at full price still, but they reduced it down because they knew it was reduced anyway. So just in case, make sure you pay attention to your bill with that one. Got some breakfast patty sausages. Corey has got me into that whole pancakes and sausages because he picks me up McDonald's breakfast on the way back from work on a Saturday when he gets a lift. But his lifts might not be happening. Things are happening with work that may be changing things. But I still want that to be my Saturday treat. So I thought I'll pick up some of the sausages. We'll give them a go. It's been a long time since I've tried the Asda one, so I don't know what my opinion is on these ones because my memory's not that great. But it was £1.80 for 6 of them. I just need to get some pancakes now to go with it. Corey's pizza, £1.30. He's had this before, he really enjoys it. It's the thin crust, so I do have to pay a little bit more. If you get thick crust in Asda it's cheaper, but he doesn't like the thick crust. And these, we have 2 big freezers in the bottom of our Asda that just has random stock. I think it's where they can't get the stock out where it should go, and then you get random bits that are reduced, but they don't have the tickets to show you. So I always just pick anything that looks good, scan it, and then if it's full price I'll put it back. These were coming up at £1. Now I don't know if that's the original price for the Asda's minced beef and onion pies. I know for the cheese and beans it is. But this was a bigger packet as well, and you know, meat ones are usually more expensive, so I picked 2 up for that reason. It's just nice. We don't really have pies that often, so it will sit in there for that one time when you fancy a pie. And I picked up seasoned fries this week just for a change. We don't get through an awful lot of chips either, but it's just nice to have it in there. And these scanned at £1, not £1.25. Bargain, saving a few pennies always helps, doesn't it? The carrots are mainly for the dog food. You know, clearly this sort of thing we'll eat as we want it as well. But I do put carrots in the dog's meals every single week. And this is £1.10 for that big packet. And again, I've been buying these for the past few weeks on this deal. We're really enjoying the salt and vinegar. That's the reason I got all of them. They're all salt and vinegar, all the different flavours on the deal. So they're £1.75 for 1 packet. And for the past few weeks, they've been £3.50 for 3 packs. They're now £3.75 for 3 packs. Again, we have to expect all these pay rises, don't we? So that's my Asda shop. And then the Iceland, I've just realised there is bread missing. Hang on. So I bought this bread. Clearly, I've already started it. This is a doorstep bread. It's 95p. I don't know if you probably can't. Oh, you can see. Look at the size of that. It's really good and it tastes so good. I think this may be my bread from now on for a while. Clearly, you're not going to get so much, like so many. I have been eating it as a sandwich recently and not toasting it. I've been toasting most of my bread because I'm just not enjoying it. But this is really, really nice. Just the taste of it's really nice. I know it is more expensive, but I've been enjoying it that much. I'm willing to pay a few more pennies for it. So yeah, 95p in Iceland for that one. Got a couple of ready meals for Corey. The minced beef hot pot, he's been asking for this for a while and they haven't had it in our Asda. The ready meals in Iceland are £1, so I do pay a little bit more for them. But sometimes it's nice just to have something a little bit different in the freezer. So we got him the minced beef hot pot and the cheesy beans and sausages. He's had, he enjoyed that one. This one he's had before. We know that's a good one to have. They have a freezer with a whole lot of reduced stuff. They randomly do it, I guess, when they know they're going to have a lot of reduced. Like, if it's just a little bit, they just reduce it in the freezer that it's originally in. But they had a freezer with some odds and sods in it. So this is reduced to £1. This is double pepperoni pasta melt. I had looked at it before, full price. I wasn't willing to pay for it. Actually did pick up 2 of them. Corey's already had one of them. Didn't mention anything, but there was a clean plate, so clearly that was a good buy. I do like to get Corey chicken things because he puts chicken things with everything. And I'd seen this earlier in the store because the reduced freezer is like later on in the store. And I looked at them and they were £3 for 700 and... I'm sure it's 700 and something. Yeah, 720 grams for £3 is not very good because I know I can do better in Asda. But it was reduced to £1.50, so I worked out weights and stuff, so it's pretty good. Yeah, so I just picked it up for that reason. Like I said, I'd looked at it before. I would have picked it up, but because it was £3 just too much. £1.50, I was quite happy with that one. It does say it's no, but I'm wondering if they're reducing it already. If they, or maybe they didn't sell so well. I don't know. And I picked up Solero lollies the other week. Oh my god, it was so good. Really, really enjoyed it. But £1.90 for 3 is quite high. And I'm assuming this is just their knockoff version, so I thought we'll give it a go. I have tried one. I had one the other night, and it's good. It's not as good as the Solero. I think like with the Solero, it was like the flavour of the ice lolly bit was really, really strong, and the ice cream was really, really creamy, and they had just the perfect amount of each. But this is good enough that I will get these from now on. They do have a red berry one as well, but because I bought the red berry and the Solero, I fancy something different, so I went with the exotic burst one. But I would recommend that. I will be getting that instead of the Soleros from now on, so next week I expect there'll be the other flavour in the shop. And that was our shop this week. Yes, it wasn't massive shop this week, but like I said, you know, our freezers are still full. I get little stocks of things as we go along. If there's a deal on something, I'll get extra of that, so that when money's a bit tighter, or when like I get like the steak, that's quite expensive for 2 small steaks. It's not expensive for a steak, but it's quite expensive for like 1 item. But you know, if you stock up on things like, you know, in the summer I won't have to buy any lemonade because I've got so many of them now. Yeah. Okay, my mind's gone blank. I can't think what else to say. We're under budget. We did good. Good selection of food this week, I guess. Not a lot of fresh, like I said. I've still got a few fresh bits. My mango that I bought last week, still not actually started it yet because it was so hard. It only started softening the other day, and it's still hard. There's only a little bit of it is soft. So I don't need any mango. And we got salad stuff. I've got so much veggie stuff in the freezer because of like doing the dogs foods now. So it's just easier to have frozen foods for the dog food because then I can just do it as and when. So that's it. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. The sun is out in England. It is freezing cold though. Don't be deceived. Put your coat on. Yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.